This gonna be good. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on the video. So, as I said before, this gonna be good. This was good. Guys, this might have been the best episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta in a very, very, very long time. This is, I don't even know what episode we on. I think this is like episode 10. I think this is episode 10. Don't know the name of it. We don't have time for that. We have to get to the stuff, the meat and the potatoes of the entire episode. I'm not going to just jump there. We gonna go there. We're going to get there eventually, but you know, that's why we're here. We're here to talk about the orgy. But let's start from the beginning. Starting from the top, the ladies are getting dressed, and what a sight, okay? What a sight. Ass everywhere. And I'm talking thick, juicy asses, okay? From the South, asses. I love to see it. I know you do too. Cynthia's clueless. She in her room caking with Mike. Oh, I can't wait to see you. I miss you. We're about to wind down. We're just about to put on our pajamas and wind down. Little does she know, it's about to go down. Mistress, because Candy is not Candy tonight. She is Mistress Angel. She is in charge of the girls. And so she rounds everybody up. You know, we see everybody's look. Let me see whose look was my favorite. Kenya's look was my favorite. And I don't know whether she went and purchased her own little piece of floss, but Kenya had the hair. She had the hair. She had it was all red, latex leather. Her red boots, red fishnets. Kenya looked good. She looked good. Why is this earring doing this with this braid? Please. Anyway. Yeah, the outfits. Kenya looked great. Everybody looked great, but Kenya's outfit was my favorite. Kenya's fake badonkadonk compared to the rest of the real ones was kind of jarring. It was like, ooh, girl, you need to stop telling folks. You need to stop telling the people that you naturally, grew that ass, because you did not. Anyway, Drew's outfit was my least favorite. The boots with the fur. It was the boots with the fur for me. I ain't like that. I don't like that at all. But everybody looked good. We had to run through everybody's names. When she got the whip and everything. Candy. She cracked the whip. Cynthia, and I don't know what the voice just this persona she was given. This mistress, this head mistress voice. It wasn't sexy. It was kind of Ringling Bailey. I don't know, but she called Cynthia downstairs, and Cynthia come down there in her sundress, not knowing what's about to happen. Then all of a sudden, the ladies come traipsing out. Latoya, she crawling on the floor, flicking her tongue and all of that. And Cynthia sitting on the couch like, oh my, so it's this kind of party. Everybody introduces their names and all of that. Porsha, I'm peach juice. Again, Drew's little introduction was my least favorite, because, girl, come on, let's do something. No, actually, I take that back, because Tanya was the worst. I'm dynasty. Okay, Dynasty. Cynthia didn't know what to do with that. Okay, Dynasty. Who it was a kid, y'all. This episode was so funny. Once we get all the names and all of that, they go out. Oh no, excuse me. When they were introducing the names, there was a little ottoman in front of where Cynthia was sitting. Kenya is all sprawled out on it, legs spread, all open. And when they get to her confessionals, this is her. I call that move vagina drool. Okay. I had to get this lipstick together because I had messed her up trying to pretend I was Kenya. Messing around. Anyway, they go outside because Bolo is waiting. Bolo got on his Chanel, and of course, what's the girl name? Marlo. Marlo got to highlight that it's fake Chanel. I see you, Bolo, and your Chanel. It's fake, but I mean that means that you care about the fashions, although it's fake. He in this like glass bubble sort of thing. It ain't glass. I'm sure it's plastic, but he in this little contraption, standing in there with his face shield on, and I'm like, why you got the face shield on inside the thing? Or did he? No. Wait, I take that back. He put that face shield on when he came into the house, but outside, he's standing in the thing doing all of this, and everybody like, ooh. And I don't know what it is, but production, they hit and miss. They was hitting and missing with the blurriness on the penis area, because when we first put the camera on Bolo, I saw that wasn't no blurring it out, wasn't no none of that. Then I guess somebody realized, oh wait, we gotta blur that, and they went back and blurred it, because it was like off and on. Like I was seeing it and then it was blurred, then I was seeing it and then it was blurred. I saw for myself. But Porsha, everybody is all eyes. And the Porsha, oh, let me help you get out of the thing. Let me help you out of here. Look like it's a little hard to get out. Let me help you out. Candy's like, do you like what you see, Cynthia? And so, oh no, she 50 Cent tonight. She 50 Cent. And so 50 Cent say, yeah, bring him on upstairs. So let's go on upstairs, back to the room, so Bolo can do his thing. Oh, let me just say, our confessionals are not confessionals. This is a whole interrogation. We're giving Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct. So Kenya is the one with the all white, her hair pulled back, smoking her cigarette, giving us the what. But they keep going back and forth to each person, trying to get a little bit more that they can on what happened at the at the bachelorette party. Latoya in there giving, I don't know, listen, because they went in there to get drinks while Bolo, got himself together to come in there and dance. And no, actually, they went in there and got them drinks before Cynthia came back down, because I skipped that. Cynthia came back downstairs struggling. She coming all like an auntie, coming down, with the struggle walk. She can't get down them stairs and maneuver in them shoes she got on. But anyway, back to where we was. I was saying that to say, I don't know if those girls did a little more in that kitchen, because everybody was, very, very sexual. Everybody was. The sexual energy in that place on that night, it had to be more than some drinks. But anyway, Latoya is in there giving lesbian. She's full on lesbian tonight. She want chocolate and she want Porsha. First she blurting out, "Mistress, can I sit on someone's face?" And Mistress was like, "Yes, girl. Whose face you want to sit on?" "Chocolate." Chocolate tried to act like she ain't hear that. Chocolate sitting on the couch because when Bolo come out, doing his thing, all this rolling and grinding and diving onto the floor and humping the floor and licking his tongue out. That's when he had the mask on because he trying to lick the mask, the front of the. It's all foggy. That ain't sexy. I'm gonna need for him not. If everybody got tested and we're all negative, like in that setting, I don't think that there was a need for the face shield. Because that just wasn't it. It's bad enough we got the male strippers and not female strippers. Because, I feel like everybody prefers the female stripper as opposed to the male strippers. Although I'm sure, people like that sort of thing, like them male strippers. To me, it's cheesy. It's cheese box. It's Cheez-Its, okay? Cheesy. I don't do no mix. They should have just had women's up in there. It should have got Mississippi and Mercedes in them from the Pink. Since we was referencing P-Valley so much, y'all should have called them up or whoever the double was. Because although we were here for Bolo, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain because Bolo did what he was supposed to do. Candy, after Bolo's finished, she's like, come on over here, everybody. She got to plug her products from Bedroom Candy. She got a sex swing up on the door, and she, has Cynthia get in and tell Cynthia, this is what it's like and what it's for. So when you get your swing, I just want to demonstrate for you what it's gonna be like. And Cynthia's, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. And out of nowhere, Kenya is on the floor rolling about. She on the floor doing a floor routine, filling her drinks or whatever it is that she's, intake. And I don't know, because Porsha and them over there looking at Kenya. Look at this one. This one filling her drinks too. All right, busted baby. All right. Everybody's feeling themselves. And Cynthia, she's still up there in that swing, and she, she looking down there at Kenya. Oh my, everybody's like, wow, you showing us everything, Kenya. I don't know whether she was trying to take the moment or she was just really in character, but Kenya was doing a lot that night. Porsha and Latoya over there in the cut getting handsy too, play fighting and all that hanging all over each other because they are so drunk. Can't even stand up drunk. Kenya, she asked about Bolo because he was gone. That was a little short show, and Kenya's like, bring Bolo back. Because she was over there saying, let somebody else play with that thing. Let somebody else play with it. So Porsha goes and she gets Bolo. They want you to come back. And he was like, and do what? And do what? I'm putting my clothes on. I'm about to go. And do what? Are they done filming? Oh, yeah, you good. So she goes. So he agrees. Okay, I'll be out there. No, first, because she's like, we're going to go. We're going to have some fun. Just party. And so she goes out there. Mistress, so Bolo's going to come back for round 2. I just want y'all to know. So, of course, Candy, all right, everybody, Bolo going to come back for round 2. And hopefully we can get these cameras cut off so we can really have some fun. And production is like, oh, say less. We'll shut it down right now. And so they shut it down and get on up out of there. Of course, the ladies are not new to this. They're true to this. And so they go around and start covering up all the cameras. They covering up with tape, turning them around. They got all but a couple. They didn't get the ones that were outside because we saw, I think from 2 different angles, you could see there was a camera. I don't know where it was. It was outside. We were looking through the blinds, and so we could see silhouette. We could see people like in the living room area, and then we could see into the house where the stairs were. So you could see who was coming up and down the stairs. Then it got real. When the cameras cut, it got real. It's like they turned up, okay? I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking, but it got real though. Like they did a lot. Porsha, she hollering out, Latoya, come on down here and eat this. one of you bitches is eating this. See, tonight. She's so aggressive. But, I mean, we knew that because Candy said that about her. You know, let's run it back. Candy has already told us that Porsha on that Hennessy is an aggressive lesbian. And so she showed us. She ready. Somebody was doing it. Anybody is going to get it going tonight. Then we get the bits and pieces of, you know, what happened and what transpired that night. We have dry humping going on. Drew was amongst the people being dry humped. You know what the stripper gives in those type settings. Like he gonna find a few girls to pick up and throw around and flip you around and dry hump you and do all that kind of carrying. You know what the bachelorette party is about. And so they just had that type of fun. I don't think that they did anything that no normal bachelorette crew would do, or no normal, you know, what would go down on a normal girls trip. Yeah, you know, there was some conversation about Bolo's face being in a couple of places. You know, we're not saying go there, but it happens. Oh, Porsha and Latoya, they were making out. We saw that on camera. They were caught by the camera, I guess, in the living room. We saw a little, because it was almost like Latoya just threw her onto the couch. Because she was just like throwing about, and they doing that, you know, that wild, passionate type of kissing. And of course, the next morning, nobody remembers anything. So we got the next morning, and Kenya has been up and down the stairs all night. She has been up and down them stairs all night trying to see what she can see, collecting and jotting notes so that she could come with the mess the next morning. And that's what she did. And of course, she gonna tell what she saw. She say, chocolate is here to give you the tea. Ain't nobody else giving details. Even in the little Basic Instinct-esque confessional, nobody is, you know, giving up any information. Drew acted up, and I think that she did a little bit more than her husband would approve of. You know, she was amongst that dry humping situation, getting flipped. She admitted to being face down on the table, you know, and she said she got her life. You know, she had no regrets. She has no regrets, and she's entitled to that, because like we've been saying, what was Ralph doing in Tampa? Since she don't know what he was doing, it's a mystery to him what she was doing. Shamia, she was down there too. Shamia was the one egging everything on, just you know, on the sidelines. Oh yes, Bolo, yes, hop that thing, yes. That's Shamia. Porsha and Latoya, like I said, they making out. They were enthralled in the whole sexcapade. Excuse me. Porsha gonna ask Tanya, did you have a turn? Did you have a go with Bolo? And Tanya was like, I cannot have a turn with Bolo. Girl, yes you can. See, Portia's that friend that is gonna have you in some mess. She's the friend that meets some random stranger at the club and then be like, girl, so he and his friends, like, they want to come back to the house and like match one. And then you like, what? We don't even know them. And she's insistent. You know, she's insisting, you know, that you bring this strange person around, you know, like she's that friend. She's that friend that is going to drink too much and want to be out all night knowing you got a whole family and kids at home and you roll with her. Or, you know, she's the one that's going to always have you in a compromising situation. I've had friends like this. And I was always angry by the end of the night because it's like, you always got me where I don't need to be. I don't need to be around here with these folk. I don't need to be doing this. Like, why you always got to befriend the strange man? Why you always trying to take somebody home? Like, why can't we just go out and have a good time without me feeling like you gonna coerce me or have me into a situation that, you know, is a little bit too much? That's what Tanya found herself in, a situation that was a little too much. But nobody made you, Tanya. Nobody made you do nothing. 6 a.m. the next morning, Kenya talking about she heard moaning. She say it's around 7, we see Bolo, coming out the house, getting in his Uber and going on about his business. But she said at 6 o'clock she came downstairs to get Brooklyn some milk, and she heard sex noises. She heard all this moaning, and she heard this, yes, get harder, like she heard all of that. And she said she looked around the corner and it wasn't coming from there. There go Portia room. I know Portia voice. She say for sure it was Porsha and Bolo, but who is the third, the other woman in the room? Kenya got to get to the bottom of it. So afterwards, the next morning they're gonna go on a boat. Oh wait, I skipped something. Cynthia and Drew, they talk about the night before, and and Drew tells her, I got a little risque. I know I had went to bed, but I came back downstairs, girl, for some more, and I was all in the mix, like, are you gonna tell your husband what happened? Because Cynthia got the receipts on Bolo. She said I was not going to bed until I saw that thing with the naked eye. Till I saw it with my naked eye, got a good look at it, and that's what she did, because he, brought it up to her. Here you are. I know you thought that this was fake. I know you thought that this was, all for TV, but here it is. Take it all in. Take it all in. That's what she said. Latoya, she tells them, she has a boat. They got a fishing boat for them, and that's what they're gonna do. She and some of the other ladies who are still hungover are gonna remain at the house, and we will see y'all later because we got to recoup. So Porsha, Candy, Marlo, I think it was just them three that went to and Tanya didn't go. Yeah, just them. They just went. They went on the boat. Kenya come downstairs, of course, because they all in the kitchen, and she breaking confidentiality. She coming in talking to Candy, trying to, bring everything up, and Candy is looking at her like, girl, no, don't be bringing that stuff up. Like, we supposed to be keeping this under wraps. She said, they smell like Badussy down here. I heard a lot going on this morning. Some folks in the bed and all of that, and Candy is like, what goes on in the dungeon stays in the dungeon, girl. Don't be down here trying to break confidentiality. Like, don't do that. Marla was like, see, you should have got you should have made these folks sign an NDA. I mean, an NDA, because people run their mouth. People talk too much. Then we see Cynthia and Kenya. They sit out by the pool, and now we can really dive in. Cynthia, she tells Kenya that she watched, and she was like, you know what? I watched, and I was sitting on the stairs getting a little hot and heavy. It was a little, I got a little turned on a little bit watching all that girl on girl, because, Shamia, Latoya, Porsha, and Tanya, they did a lot of grinding and humping and kissing and all of that. Cynthia said at one point Porsha was just on the couch, legs open. Then we got Latoya straddled her and they're kissing, and then we got Tanya on top of Latoya, and I'm like, how y'all gonna have to explain? Don't try to explain this. I need a visual. At this point, I need a visual, because I can't even picture that. So I'm guessing that maybe she must have been like sitting on Portia's face or something like that. Or like, I'm really trying to get this visual, because I don't see it. I don't see where Tanya fit in that equation unless she was sitting on somebody's face. I don't know. Anyway, the ladies are also rehashing everything on the boat. But Latoya comes downstairs, and then Shamia comes downstairs, and then Tanya comes downstairs, and of course Kenya is in full Bolo court. And so she asking all these questions. And when Latoya gets down there, she tries to kiss Kenya on the cheek. And Kenya's like, girl, I don't know where them lips been. They were all over Porsha yesterday. Don't get from around me with your nasty mouth. And Latoya looks guilty. What? Kissing? I didn't kiss nobody, girl. I ain't kissing on nobody. We not supposed to talk about this. What are you doing? She asked her, where were you at 6 this morning? Where were you at 7 a.m.? What time did you go to bed? All of that. And she say that she was on Instagram Lives. And so we see her Instagram Live. So she's been exonerated. Then when Shami and Tanya come down there. Now, Tanya, whatever they said you did it. Because the guilt all over her face told it all. Tanya was looking so uncomfortable and bothered by the sheer mention of Bolo and Bolo's extremities. It didn't look good because she was, I don't even know what the court case is about. I don't even know what this is about. Yes, you do, girl. You know exactly what we're talking about. She had that whip and Tanya was like, are you going to whip me with that? I don't think you got to whip me last night. Please don't ask me about this man on this camera. I got a whole what she called him, life partner at the house. And Kenya, all these names, all these K names. Kenya was like, yeah, but I heard somebody whip that with their tongue though, and everybody was like, oh, so you really trying to spill tea? I didn't know we was going to be doing all of that. Like, I thought it was, light, a little bit of light, prying. But no, Kenya is with the mess. I've heard a lot of, mixed emotions about this. Some people feel like Kenya's being messy and she's bitter or jealous and needs to mind her business. And there are other people that are like caping for it, I'm kind of in the middle. I'm like, get the tea, but not while the cameras are filming. Like, there's just girl code that she's breaking. Just flat out, she's breaking girl code by continuously, bringing the issue up and trying to, get answers out of people and trying to get people to just tell other people's business. Nobody's willing to do that, and Kenya, she ready for it. But she got a job to do, and we know that this is Kenya's job. She's going to Kenya. Kenya more if she don't do nothing else. And this is what she does. Somebody got to do it though, because if not her, then who? We all, as the viewers, gonna be sitting back like, well, what happened? What really went down? So somebody on the show, one of the cast members, has to be the one that stirs the pot, that keeps the storyline rolling. Just a regular old Giselle Bryant. We got to have one on every ensemble cast, and Kenya is it. Now, when it comes to certain things, it's like, girl, you got to have some type of, at some point, like, there got to be a line drawn in the sand. You can't do this in every situation. Like with this particular situation where people's marriages are, at stake, people's livelihoods, that sort of thing, like, you got to relax. And as a group, as a collective, they all agreed we're covering up the extra cameras, which means whatever goes down, we don't want to get out. And so Kenya, being Kenya, hold that to the chest. You can't take some stuff to the grave. Like, you got to, everything don't have to be spilled. Not everything. And this, she could have kept to herself. I mean, Marlo heard it. Everybody heard everything, but nobody is talking about it but Kenya. Everybody else was prepared to wake up like it never even happened. Like, use it later, when you got to. But no, Kenya, this ain't right. At least, send a text like, child, what happened? Was that you last night? Get a text thread going. Or, send me some screenshots or something. let me know on the back end, under the table, not while the cameras are in our face filming the entire situation and now it's a thing. Now that lady done quit. It's just all bad because her marriage or her situation at home, was at jeopardy because of Kenya just all that running her mouth. Girl, let it go. We said we ain't seen nothing. Pamela James ain't seen shit. We was all here. We was here. We ain't seen nothing. And she's steady asking questions about what everybody saw. Because I guess she feel like, no, I ain't finna be the only one. I know I heard what I heard. And I know y'all heard what y'all heard. So why am I the only one that's saying we heard something? That's because it's a secret. What goes on in the dungeon stays in the dungeon. Not even, the cameras are here. We filming a reality TV show, but we gave them so much, and that's what they intended on us to get. This extra stuff was extra, and it was all Kenya. The ladies are gonna do the ladies that are fishing. They catch a shark. Well, Marlo, she catches the shark. Blah blah blah. They all get back home, and Portia's like, damn, I feel like a man that worked all day. It better be some food ready up in this house. They still down there at Bolo court. And when the other ladies walk in, they're like, oh, thank you, Lord. So glad y'all are here to save us. Candy, of course, before you say anything, is the food ready? Did you get us something to eat? Cynthia, of course, listen, let's go, because let's wrap this up because we cannot have a repeat of the night before. So let's go on in here and feed the candy. So they can eat. They're doing a crab boil. And Latoya in there messing stuff up. She done put the shrimp in there too soon. She don't know what she doing. Talking about she okay, you a Trini gal, but you a Trini gal who don't cook like that. So leave all that Trini gal at home because it ain't really helping you right now. Marlo got to step in because she a Florida girl. She got to step in because she know what to do. Kenya, again, coming in there asking Candy what she heard. Did you hear? I know I heard something last night. Did you hear it? And Candy is like, you still on this? Like, why can't you let people's business just be their private business? And Kenya like, no, because I got to get to the bottom. I got to get to the bottom of it. So she tells the same story. I came down here and I looked this way and looked that way. And Candy like, don't be looking down in my room because it was not coming from my room. Word on the curb, though, is that Latoya and Candy, they had some fun of their own. I don't know how true that is, but I'm sure Candy had her NDA in the pocketbook ready for one of them. Although I don't buy that because Candy says she ain't never messing with a castmate again, and I believe her. I believe her because it's messy. Of course, the Kenya naming Porsha off rip, and Shamia is in there. So now we name dropping. Everybody's just like, why are you doing this? Like, let it go. Let it go. They know who got some the night before. They know, but nobody's telling. Cynthia ends up calling Marlo to her room, and she's telling her, I want you to come down here and talk to Kenya because I want y'all to make up. This is too much. So they go to Kenya's room. Kenya lets them in. At first, she looks like she's gonna have a wall up. And then, Marlo basically explains, I'm tired. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of us doing the back and forth. I'm tired of that. Like, I'm on something different right now. And Kenya, she, lists every infraction. She lists in detail everything that Marlo has done. Marlo has done some very below the belt things. Or should I say she's made some very below the belt comments. And Kenya just ran them down, one being the comment about her mother not wanting her when she got pregnant. Well, first, she said that she wouldn't get pregnant or nothing like that. Like, she made fun of her infertility, and and that's a no. And she's also said that, when she saw that Kenya was pregnant, she was, making jokes and that sort of thing. And so that is what, has been on Kenya's mind all this time. That's what she's been holding on to. They end up apologizing to one another. They make up. We love to see it. It's a nice moment, like it's genuine. They're both just tired, and that's an exhausting situation to be in when you feel like you got to always be, checking somebody, or every time we interact, we going back and forth. Every time we interact, you throwing shade my way, then I got to throw shade your way. I got to always be on my toes. No. Okay. So then we see Tanya and Portia and Shamia. They in the room, and they immediately want to tell Portia what's going on with Kenya, and the rumors and what she's been saying, and they tell no. Shamia's like, I'll tell her what just happened right now. Tanya, you tell her about Bolo Court. And so Tanya's like, well, she's trying to, paint this narrative that you, me, and Bolo had a threesome. And no, Shamia dropped that message. She dropped that information. And both both Tanya and Portia looked at each other like, this bitch. Portia kept looking over there at Tanya like, girl, now I'm single and I'm good, but I'm worried about you. Portia got mad. She got angry. Which tells me y'all did what the people said y'all did. I just wouldn't be having sex with no stripper. No, guys, no. But granted, listen, she grown and single. You can do what you want. No judgment from me at all. Get it how you live, sis. Get it how you live. And don't be calling her no hoe either, because she ain't no hoe. Them ain't hoe activities. Them is single woman activities. She's a grown lady and can make her own choices, decisions. So we're not finna do that. We're not finna do that over here. Now Tanya, girl, you messed up because you got a man, and you can't let your friends influence you this much to where you doing stuff like this. And I don't think that Tanya had sex with Bolo. I think she was just in the room working the light switch. I think she might have gotten a little head from Portia. I think Portia came out on top in this. Portia got a little taste of Tanya, a little taste of Latoya, and she said that in her confessional that she did do, because when they wanted to talk to her, she said she pleaded the fifth. But yeah, Portia got upset about that. She didn't get angry, at hearing that Kenya's really going about worrying about what happened that night, and she's already thrown out there that Portia had a threesome with Bolo and one of the other ladies. And Portia's just like, I'm not gonna go out there and come out of a bag on her, because that's what she wants. I ain't gonna do that, but she does go out there with an attitude. And especially when she sees Marlo and Kenya coming down the stairs together, locked arm, everybody is like, so y'all friends? Oh, okay. Portia is just annoyed by that. Oh, how ironic! Now you got an ally after you've alienated everyone. Okay, girl. Whatever. Now she got somebody on her team, because Marlo is saying, oh yeah, I heard something too. Although I'm sure she did, she just didn't mention it. But when asked, now that she and Kenya are friends, you better get you an ally, girl. You better, if you want to stay a friend of the show. That's where it ended out, and with them going to dinner. Everybody coming down to dinner, and they wanted Portia to pray, and Portia was like, I ain't in the praying mood. She mad. This whole dinner finna go left. She is upset about this whole she, Bolo, and Tanya having a threesome. But it happened. I'm sure it happened. And it was gonna come out eventually. Somebody was gonna say something eventually. It was gonna leak eventually. Eventually, we was gonna find out about it. It's unfortunate that Tanya's home life, I'm sure, felt the brunt of all of this. Portia, on the other hand, I'm sure she went unscathed because she's single, and she ain't thought about Dennis the whole trip. We ain't seen her call Dennis or none of that. Yeah, that's where it ended out at. But this episode was fun. I'm gonna need for them to put me on the invite list for the next dungeon party, okay? Because I'm just trying to watch. I'm just trying to watch, y'all. I'm just trying to watch, like Cynthia. Me and Cynthia would have been sitting on the stairs together, like, girl, do you see? Woo! And then went on upstairs and took care of myself. That's it for that. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.